Watch this rapid time lapse. You start with a vibrant green tomato plant, but in a matter of days, it droops, wilts, and turns entirely brown. This is the devastating reality for many gardeners hoping for a heavy yield. Most backyard tomatoes fail because of a gap between the gardener's routine and the plant's actual biological demands. To fix this, we are going to use 10 scientifically backed horticultural techniques, plus one highly specific pharmacy application to maximize your final harvest. Achieving a harvest of this scale depends on precise environmental engineering, starting from the moment the seedling first touches the soil. The first major point of failure happens entirely underground. A shallow, weak root system leaves the plant stunted and highly vulnerable to disease later in the season. To build a stronger base, you need to bury the seedling. By removing the bottom leaves and planting the stem as deep into the soil as possible, you force a physical adaptation. In this cross-section, hundreds of tiny stem hairs contact the moist soil and morph into a thick network of lateral roots. Accelerate this root expansion by dropping organic rock phosphate into the planting hole, ensuring these new roots contact a heavy dose of vital phosphorus. A massive, deeply buried root system is the prerequisite for a productive plant. The size of the root network beneath the soil dictates the final size and yield of the tomatoes above it. Once the plant pushes above ground, it faces mechanical threats. As tomatoes grow, their tender stems can snap under their own weight, and overcrowded branches can limit essential airflow. You have to anchor the plant immediately. Using tall stakes or a vertical overhead string support allows you to secure the heavy branches using plastic clips, keeping the plant upright without compressing the delicate main stem. As the plant climbs, it develops suckers. These small side shoots grow in the V-shaped junctions between the main stem and branches, siphoning energy away from fruit production. Snapping off these suckers and removing the lowest branches reroutes nutrient flow straight up the central stem. This pruning is a mechanical necessity. It forces the plant's biology to prioritize large, healthy tomatoes rather than expanding its foliage. To fuel that rapid upward growth, the plant requires 6 to 8 hours of direct, continuous sunlight every single day. But even with perfect sunlight, you might encounter a condition called blossom end rot. This occurs when the bottoms of your developing tomatoes turn black and decay before they can ripen. This internal flow visualization shows the exact mechanism. The plant often has enough calcium in the soil, but inadequate watering stops the plant from carrying those calcium molecules from the roots to the fruit. The solution is deep, daily watering to keep the lowest roots hydrated, paired with a thick layer of topsoil mulch, like dried leaves or straw, to prevent evaporation. Consistent, deep hydration is the only delivery mechanism the plant has. Without enough water pressure, it cannot transport critical minerals to its most distant extremities. A well-fed plant is a target for pests. Common invaders like aphids, hornworms, and various viruses can damage an unprotected crop in a matter of days. Your first line of defense is soil composition. Mixing in 30% compost and applying an Epsom salt foliar spray provides magnesium, keeping the plant robust enough to withstand minor attacks. The core rule of biological defense is to avoid chemical pesticides. These can drive away the natural pollinators, like butterflies and honeybees, that the plant needs to form fruit. Instead, use a two-pronged organic shield. Spray the leaves weekly with diluted neem oil to discourage pests, and plant companions like basil, garlic, and marigolds nearby to act as natural repellents. Curating a chemical-free micro-ecosystem around your tomatoes is more effective than relying on reactive treatments once an infestation has already begun. Still, some threats are incredibly difficult to manage. Infections like the tomato yellow leaf curl virus have no direct cure. Once a plant is infected, it typically must be removed to protect the rest of the garden. To mitigate this risk, you can use a specific pharmacy application. Dissolving half an aspirin tablet in a liter of water creates a foliar spray that you can apply every 2 weeks from the seedling stage onward. Aspirin contains acetylsalicylic acid. When this enters the leaves, it triggers a biological defense response called systemic acquired resistance, or SAR. SAR is a state of high alert that primes the plant's internal defenses against bacteria and fungi. This chemical response acts as an internal immunity booster. It helps the plant autonomously fight off pathogens before they can establish a foothold in the vascular system. Combining mechanical pruning, consistent deep hydration, and SAR activation provides the plant with the biological tools it needs to produce a significant yield, even in challenging conditions. Which of these scientific techniques will you use in your garden first? Let us know in the comments below.